We are getting our first look at the proposed redrawn districts in California's congressional maps. State Democrats hope their maps will send more Democrats to Congress. This is all in response to Texas. Republicans there are trying to send at least 5 more members of that party to the U.S. House of Representatives. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Curtis May.
And I'm Edie Lambert. KCRA3's Capitol correspondent Ashley Zavala was the first journalist to obtain these draft maps. She's here now with how this could impact you and your vote. So, Ashley, these proposed maps are now official?
Edie, that's right. They are officially the proposed maps the California legislature will consider next week. Now, let's first give you a look at what California's congressional districts look like right now. It's this map right behind me. This is the result of the 2024 election. The red seats you see are lined out, and then also those blue seats represent Democrats, red, Republican. So here's what it looks like against the now officially announced map with some significant changes in our area. Democrats want to change this in the fight over which party controls the U.S. House of Representatives halfway through President Donald Trump's term, which voters will decide in 2026. So here is the full look at the map. The Democratic Congressional Campaign Committee submitted these maps officially to California State Legislature today for consideration, and they have now been posted on the Senate and Assembly's Elections Committee's websites. Let's start with Northern California and District 1. Republican Doug LaMalfa's district would no longer represent the massive chunk of Republicans that stretch across what's known as the North State. His district is sliced and sent closer to the coast to put more Democrats in his district. In a statement in part, LaMalfa said, "If you want to know what's wrong with these maps, just take a look at them. How on earth does Modoc County on the Nevada and Oregon border have any interest with Marin County and the Golden Gate Bridge? Voters took this power from Sacramento for just this reason. This is naked politics at its worst." For District 3, Republican Representative Kevin Kiley, his district sees a geographical chop, no longer stretching along the eastern border, and instead it leaks into Sacramento County. In a statement, he said, "Make no mistake, I will win re-election to the House regardless of the proposed changes to my district, but I fully expect that the beautiful 3rd District will remain exactly as it is. We will defeat Newsom's sham initiative and vindicate the will of California voters." Now, a source close to Sacramento County District 6 representative, which you're seeing on your screen here, Ami Bera, tells us he's taking a look at the maps and is considering a run for the new District 3 because he wants to keep representing the Sacramento region. So let's bring up District 6. If Bera were to run in District 3, this means it creates essentially a new Democratic seat in our Sacramento region, representing parts of Sacramento and Roseville, for example. These are just a few of the many changes we could see if state lawmakers are okay with these maps. In a statement, the DCC's executive director said in part that they anticipate this proposal will have widespread support both among California office holders and various stakeholders across the state. Now, depending on how activity at the state capitol goes next week, these maps could be on the ballot for voters to ultimately decide upon whether these take effect for the 2026, 2028, and 2030 elections.
All right, so they've been talking about these maps for a while.
Right.
And we wait until a Friday. It's after hours now that we have the confirmed map. So what's been going on behind the scenes as they've been drafting these new lines?
Right. Well, all week we've been under the impression California's legislature, state Californians, were going to be releasing these maps, but it ended up coming from national Democrats. So we were hearing all afternoon that there was some arguing happening among the state and national Democrats over how these lines have been drawn. Some people have a lot of questions. They want some more data. And we should acknowledge that at the state capitol, that's a pipeline to Congress. Many people who are serving in Congress right now once served in our state legislature. So there is some concern among maybe those who would like to someday represent California in Congress at this point.
They're thinking those could be my districts.
Exactly. And we should note these maps would not take effect under the proposed ballot initiative if Texas does not redraw its lines. That's what this all comes down to.
So Texas backs off, then California backs off.
Exactly.
All right.